Hello everyone and welcome to UN eSports Round 8 here for the Dutch GP. I am Pepsi Freak 2 joined by, also RFP, joined by a new face here again today, Evan, aka Toss My Salad, or TMS for short. Evan, how are you doing?
Great. Looking forward to this. Zandvoort usually throws up quite a lot of action, so I'm looking forward to see what it brings.
I know it's one of your favorite circuits on the calendar. I know because in those chats, we're always like, you always love to go around here. And we are a little bit in the qualifiers. Joey sets the fast lap here to 1:08.599. So already one of the fast times from last week. I don't think he was actually here last week at the Belgium GP. So he's trying to look to find his winning form again. And as we look on with Cross Time, who's got on an outlap right now, who was last week's winner and won the Season 1 race here. So he should be a strong contender to do well here today. Now, Toss, I should ask, since you do like the circuit, anything these drivers should look out for, something they should note around the circuit?
Just the middle sector, I think, because there's so much time you can gain and lose there. You've got to hit every apex, every lap. Speaking of which, Paolo goes wide in one of the corners and hits the wall. Well, the majority of the corners you can make up more time than you think.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the corner when you blew your tire in Season 1 and you hit, if I'm not mistaken? Or was that wasn't the sand trap? Somewhere around there, I know it was. But yeah, Paolo made a tiny mistake there. He did get some points last week, so he is hungry to keep that good performance up for the, I guess, Alfa Romeo, and in key you as well, because you are an Alfa Romeo driver. So there may be a little bit of bias towards Joey and Mr. Paulo Frost. But hey, Paulo was my team at one point as well, so I guess we both have a common denominator, want to see him do well. Speaking of people doing well, Cross Tommy on the last corner here, he's going to have a run on mediums. We'll see where it slots him. I think it's going to be a 109. It is a 109.790. That will put him P2 on the racing circuit right now on a set of mediums, no less. That is a pretty good fast time. Only about a second off, considering that Joey's on the soft, so I think he's got a pole run in him. Cross definitely has a pole run in him.
Yeah, Cross has a pole run in him everywhere, really. He's always capable of bringing something up that isn't expected of him.
Yep, Troy has just started his lap as well. So actually, we'll ride on board here with, we'll keep an eye on Troy. Actually, we'll keep an eye on Troy here. And we'll watch on board with him. I should probably give a little bit of a track layout, but we'll see who's about to cross the line. The Merc of, I think that's Silencer. No, they're both going to pit lane. Of course they are. Well, I guess we'll do a track run in a second here. I think there's a Ferrari going around those last couple corners here. We'll say if he stays on the circuit. Troy has set a purple sector 1, though, so actually we'll ride on board with him and stay with him, because he could easily improve and make this bump Joey off tines. Now, if we take a look at, while we wait here and take a look at some things here, the standings. I think we should probably update the viewers about the standings for the viewers at home. Right now, currently leading the point standings is the driver we're currently riding on board here with, is currently Troy, who took the lead last week after Joey was not able to show up, and he basically took the lead in the point standings. Joey not that far behind, and I will give you exact numbers if you give me a second here. Because there's so many things here in the system that it's always confusing. Joey about to cross the line here. It's going to be a 108.962, half a second off pole, but with the track going to get more rubbered, he should at the very least be able to improve. Yeah, so if I take a quick look at the standings here, Troy is currently leading at 134 points, while Joey is only 3 points behind as Don has left the session, so hopefully his teammate gets him an invite back. And Cross Tommy is at 106. Last week's winner is about, quick math is correct, that is about 28 points behind. So Cross cannot make up a lot of points here today with both drivers being in the field, but if he finishes well, he can definitely slowly close the gap since there's a lot of rounds left.
Yeah. But one thing I just noted was, although Troy is leading, Joey has 2 more wins than him, which to me shows that maybe Troy is a bit more of a consistent performer. Which means maybe Joey makes a few mistakes, which would affect today's race. As Paolo blocks a Red Bull there, he may get penalised.
Yep, OMG was on the lap there, so that could be something he would be under the scrutiny of the offense for. But Joey is on a lap right now as well. But I do want to say one thing is that Joey has always been consistent for most rounds. I think the reason why is he missed one round, while Troy and Cross have been here since the start of the season. So, and remember last season, Cross won more races. He won 6. I think it was 6. I think it may be 7 actually. And the winner of the championship was Freddie, who only won, had that dominance at the beginning of the season, and then was just consistent. So consistency does matter around here. Winning's good, but if you can't back up your wins with good finishes, if you're like 25s and nothings, then you're not going to go far in this championship.
Yeah, definitely.
But Joey is currently set purple sector 2, so he should be on pace here to set a good lap here. So we'll see how he sets it in the number 2 Alfa Romeo here. I know we like to. We'll see if he does win this race. We'll see how loud we can get Evan in the booth here, because he's a bit of a quiet boy right now. We'll see here. He comes down the line.
Exactly loud.
A 108.5.
Well, it's not much of an improvement, but it's
still an improvement. That makes it a little bit harder for Troy and Cross to make a line work here. Hella high up in P4, which is kind of interesting. He was all right last week, but not really the fastest on the grid. But good to see him up there battling his teammate in the broom handle, who's currently P5. So 9 minutes to go around this session here. A lot of drivers still going around here. Some drivers still looking for... I think there's a couple drivers on this grid still looking for their first points, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Hella high, Sir Vapor, Paulo... Actually, no. Paulo already had points. No, that's LMB points. My mistake. Only driver still looking for points here is Josh Brown and OMG 7-1, who's currently 7th on the grid, while Josh Brown is currently 15th. Not set a lap yet. Cross going out again now on a set us off, thinking he has to set a better time because he's been jumped by Chris and Troy. Speaking of Chris, he was a shock last week. New driver coming into the field and was able to impress, you could say, and show why he belongs in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we can see more of that today. It'd be nice to get a great battle for the win today, no matter who it's with, whether it be with one of the Alfa Romeo boys or Cross, Chris, Troy.
See, the thing is, with me being on sabbatical, I have no dog in this fight. I have drivers I like, but there's no like dog. Like I don't have a team alliance I have to I'm shelling for. It's not like there's a conflict of interest. But Chris is now coming in, so that will be 1 lap and done for him. So we'll ride on board here with Cross. A lot of drivers are on outlaps. Broomlandel, OMG, Hunter. My mistake. He's corrected that for us, and I'm going to make sure we get that correction on the air. It's Hunter. So Hunter is also on an outlap, and I think he's along with It's Me, Mr. G. So all of them should be looking to at least improve somewhere, along with Santo as well. So yeah, actually, Santo is not. A little bit of confusion there on the map. As long as not Sir Vapor as well, who's a pretty fast boy. So even he could be a shock here to do well.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think he's been at many races this season, is he?
No, he's had a little bit of some consistency issues, but he's probably because things got in the way, and that's fine. He's a good driver, a good person. We're good to see him here whenever he can show up. Broomhandler has crossed the line, but has not improved. Next up is It's Me, Mr. G. No, it's actually Silencer. Silencer's in pit lane. The other Mercedes does not improve on his time. The Red Bull up next of overseas. Mr. G just started his outlap as right now. I think that's Troy next. No, I think one of the Alfa Romeos. Don has rejoined. Santos coming down pit lane. We got the Williams feats, me, Mr. G. Oh, someone locked up hard there. That was Burnt Racing.
Cross is on a lap.
He is on a lap, but I'm just kind of coming around here because some people are starting their laps or finishing. So I think Cross is actually the first runner, so should have stayed on him. But he is up half a second this time right now. That would be enough to slot him in the P2. But actually, no, it only slot him in the P3, but we'll see how fast he's on this last couple corners here. Loud on the impacts here, doesn't want to clip the grass. Here he comes for a run down the line, and it's going to be a 1:09.3. So it is an improvement, but not enough to slot himself any higher as Hunter goes P4 and bumps Cross, who just set his time. Broomhandle up next here.
Yeah, impressive from Hunter.
That is impressive. Broomhandle up next here with a 1:09.3, and that will bump Cross down one more. So it makes me think Cross may have not had a good lap here. I was kind of riding on board with some other people, so did you see anything worth noting? Maybe something that would have slowed him up?
Not majorly. I think the corner before the final corner was a bit, I don't think he maximized the exit as much as he would have liked.
Because all I know is when I saw him, I was watching him. Like I was watching around the field there, and he's usually a fast driver. But he's been bumped by on the 7th, and he is on a set of softs. And now he's on a cooldown lap, so he's going to probably go for one more attempt out here in a couple laps. Yeah, he's really going slow now. So yeah, he is cooling down his lap here, or he's gunning up for one more attempt. at least according to his steering. He's got enough ERS to go for one more deployment, and he's got enough fuel he can go for one more run. But with 3-lap-old softs to start the race, if he sets a better time, I don't know if that's a smart idea. But he is going for it, so...
He's going for it.
Hey, more power to him. I've sometimes seen strategies work out that I don't think will work out, but that's why I'm not an engineer right now. I don't have that numbers and information. Up the corner here, cross.
Yeah, I think the soft to hard may be able to work with these tyres. Obviously, the soft to medium won't work, as I proved in Season 1.
Well, they could have worked if you pitted a lap earlier. They could have maybe made it stretch, but...
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest.
You got bad information. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
Cross?
I mean, I tried it before and ended up winning the race, so I thought, I'll try it again.
Just got unlucky with the puncture. Cross not improved on his time in Sector 1 or Sector 2 here. Actually, we're not in Sector 2 yet. Now we are about to be, so we'll see if he's about to improve. And he is down on his time by 1/4 of a second, so the rubber on those rear are really not good. So he is really down on his times in retrospect. So he probably should just call it a lap here. Yeah, pull it in, call it a lap, and go for one more attempt. We'll see if he listens to our advice, where he tries to set the time on the board. Nope, he's coming in, so he will call it a lap there. Nah. Only 3 drivers still have not set a time yet. Josh Brown, Not Sir Vapor, and Don. Speaking of Not Sir Vapor, did just set a purple Sector 1, but I think that may have been just because I switched late here. So we'll see where he is at Sector 2. In his BWT car, Josh Brown pulled to the side there on his outlap. 8 viewers have joined us so far. Down past the Emirates Air Better sign. Here we come to the breaking point. We'll see where he is. He has set a purple Sector 2 according to my map. So this could be a pole run for Not Sir Vapor. Past the Rolex sign. We'll see where he comes up these last couple corners here. The BWTs have been pretty strong this season, lowly consistent. Last corner, run up. I don't think it's going to be a pole run. It's going to be something, though. 108, 109, 330. That will slot him in the P6 on the grid. So the grid lied to me, or he had a really terrible Sector 3. But that will still put him P6.
Yep, I think MFC, I think he's on a flying lap.
I think he is, along with Josh Brown. So both of them are going to probably try to set times here. So everyone below, actually Santo just bumped Frecci, who's trying to set a medium. So Frecci, if he wants to get back to the top 10, he's going to have to go on probably a set of softs. 2 minutes to go here. If you're in the pit lane right now, you got about 30 seconds to get out there if you want to have an attempt at this. A lot of drivers currently on the circuit here. I think it may be
MFC.
Curtains. Oop, MFC across the line. 113.9.
Mistake there.
Probably. But this will be he can't pit now to get another set of tires. He's stuck on this lap now. He's got no other really alternative.
Yeah, unless he tries to complete this lap.
OMG has just started his flyer, along with basically anyone on the track right now is probably starting their flyer or about to finish their flyer. So riding aboard here with Josh Brown, the last driver to set a time here. I don't think it's a pole run in him, but it's good to see if anyone tries something. Yep, Joey has just headed out, so he's going for one more lap. Troy is still in pit lane right now. He's one of the only few drivers in the pits, along with Not Sir Vapor, who maybe have enough time if he gets out quickly to go for one more attempt, because it's only 1:08.
Yeah,
So
it's quite a short lap time around here, and it's a short pit lane as well, so he won't be, for example, if it was somewhere like France, he'd be waiting up for 30 seconds to get the pit lane, whereas here, it's about 15.
He should be good to go. Or at least get one more attempt at it. So yeah, you have to leave now, though. You can't leave no ifs, buts, or coconuts. You have to go now if you want to attempt.
Yeah, I don't see his engineer.
Oh, Noah has joined late here. So Noah is not going to have time to set a time as OMG's kind of mungled the last corner there, and he will not be able to set an improvement. Chris goes half a second up on his time. I think that, yeah, he did. Actually, no, was he just on an outlap, or did he actually improve? Card 4.
I think he did.
I think he improved too,
but...
but...
no, actually,
yeah, I think it was just his outlap.
I don't think so. I think he was in front of Hunter.
Yeah, so I think it was just his outlap. So Cross is on a lap. Paulo's going out there. Car is around. Silencer's looped it. That's going to be yellow flag in a couple other sectors here. A lot of cars trying to cover here, trying to find everyone in the field. Hunter about to cross the line here. We'll see where Hunter improves. He's up down on his time, so he shouldn't have an improvement. Yep, he will not improve. 40 seconds to go on the clock. You get the McLaren and the Alpha. That is not Joey. Joey's actually about to start his lap. Hunter has decided to call it a day. He will be starting at the minimum P5. Or, sorry, the maximum P5.
Hella High is up on his time by a few tenths.
All right, we'll go to Hella High. Hella High actually does not improve. Cross next.
Cross
I think
is
that is.
on the lap.
Yep, Cross just proved the
Goes
P3.
P3. And that's not bad considering he was down in his time in Sector 1.
Oop, Not So Vapor clips the sand. He's on an outlap, though, so he's got 8 seconds, so he actually, no, he will not have enough time to make it now. So Not So Vapor will not make it to the line to start his lap. So he will be sadly going home here. Well, not going home, but just started P8. It's me, Mr. G, is going slow. Paulo is around his times right now. Broom Handle is down in his time, so everyone here will kind of keep an eye on the field here. I think Troy's about to cross. Nope, Troy is in Sector 1, so that's not him. OMG, he's calling it. Nope, he's going to just finish the race lap here, but he will not improve. A lot of cars.
Be interested to see what Noah can do from P18. He's obviously a very quick driver, and from my experience with him, does not make too many mistakes, so it'd be nice to see him do well.
Joey actually does improve. He's now at a 108.292, so he's made that pole lap even harder to hit. Broomhandle has called it. He improved a little, I think, but not enough to really jump anything. Troye up
Troye
next.
Is half a tenth up.
Cross is on a cooldown lap, but Troye is half temp up, but it's not anywhere close to Joey's times. Joey, and he just invalidated, so that is that. I don't think really anyone else around here has the ability to improve, or they're just on a cooldown lap. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, pole lap will go to Joey by well over half a second. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the home race.
Very good time. A couple of times quicker than my own time trial time, which is usually faster. So.
And if I'm not mistaken, this
tells me I need to get a move on.
Now, I'm just going to say, I think this is the home race for Joey. He is a Dutch driver in real life, so here to show the...
yeah, he did mention that. So he'd be looking to impress.
The virtual faithful here.
Absolutely.
So yeah, no one else will improve. And that will be the end of qualifying here as we just wait for Noah's Ghost. Actually, he's done, so we're just waiting for Cross to get in the pit lane, and that will be that. So yep, Joey GJ Games on pole position here with a 108.292. Troy A in second with a 108.777. Cross Tommy with a 108.935. Broomhandle fourth. OMG fifth. Belechamont in sixth. Hunter in seventh. It's going to take me a minute to remember. Not So Vapor eighth. Hella High ninth. Don 10th. And then you're going to have Santo 11th, Fredchie 12th, Silencer 13th, Bunta 14th, Josh Brown 15th, Paul 16th. It's me, Mr. G 17th, and Noah, who came here late, will be starting P18, but at least he made it to the grid. At least can say that. So yeah, interesting qualifying here. I think Joey is a threat to face here. But one thing I've learned in eSports and e-racing and whatever you call this, league racing, is that a driver that qualifies well, it's only one lap pace. So if he doesn't show it on race day, it doesn't matter how good he is on qualifying. If he mungles it and bends it, it's not going to be a good qualifying session for him. Or not going to be a race session for him, I should say.
Yeah, you don't win any points on Saturday, so it's all about Sunday, really.
Well, unless you're an F2. You do win points on Saturday, but we're not an F2, so no points for Saturday. Nice dry session here. I'm going to just quickly fix one thing here. So if you see a blue screen, that's just me checking something in the settings, so give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, folks. Just a little bit of a blue screen there. I just was changing some of the audio settings there. I felt like I had a little bit of a verb there. Just wanted to fix that. Can you still hear me, Toss?
Yeah.
All right, good. Just wanted to make sure. Had to fix just a little issue there. So we are good. So anyway, yeah, 20 seconds to go in the session here. Drivers making their last-minute adjustments here. You didn't miss anything. So yeah.
Be interesting to see different strategies, because you can run a few things here, because you...
That is true.
So you
that
could
is
go for the two-stop.
But I feel like some drivers maybe in the back may try a one-stop. But again, this is Netherlands. Hard track to pass. I feel like we'll have at least one safety car to our record here. As the way that goes, you can look at the AWS tire stretch here. They think a one-stop is feasible with a soft-to-hard strategy for anyone on softs. And obviously on hards, or whatever you start in the back, as Broomhandle gets disqualified, he's going to be a little bit in the naughty stool here. I think it was just probably nothing, but still worth noting. Something worth noting is 11th on back, most times they go set of mediums. Like in a lot of a race, they usually go for a harder set of compound. But here, Santo started on a set of softs along with Josh, Paulo, and It's Me, Mr. G. So kind of interesting to see the drivers kind of switch strategies here. So not everyone in the back has gone for a set of softs.
Yeah, I think it's depends on how you want to gain those positions, whether it be in clear air or if you want to overtake. So I guess if you wanted to make up positions quickly in the opening 5-6 laps or so, you'd go for the softs, but then mediums you can obviously go long, and then once everyone in front is boxed, you'll have a bit of clear air to work with.
So now, as I drive around here, I should ask you, or I should I'll throw out this here. Who do you think your top 3 will be here today?
I think it's quite hard to guess, considering we're not really sure on what strategies everyone will do. But I'm gonna go with my Alfa Romeo friend Joey to win. I think Cross will get P2. I think his race pace is usually, it's usually more superior to his qualifying pace. I think Troye then will come with P3.
So you think top 3 in the standings will finish 1, 2, 3 in some order, basically?
Yeah. I don't see many people crashing out around here. But obviously anything can happen.
I'm gonna throw
at turn 1.
I'm gonna throw out a quick prediction here that I'm gonna say it's gonna be Joey still winning this race, and then it's gonna be Troye in second, but then I'm going to say the last podium spot's going to go to a driver that has not finished on the podium yet. So OMG, Not Sir Vapor, Noah, someone that has not got a podium in the UNF1 career is going to get that last spot on the podium. I just got that feeling. We've been due for it in a couple races, and I feel like it's now time to get one of them to have it. Maybe a little bit of chaos.
Yeah,
anyway,
it'd be nice to see Noah get that podium.
Even Broomhandle as well has got one as well. But yeah, we got to wait for the 5 red lights here as we are waiting. And there they go. We're going to turn that off because it's in the way. And we got 5 red lights. And away they go. Cross got a pretty good start there. He's going to try to split Troye. And he's going to get the inside of What a start by Cross. And he's made the pass work. And he's still going to be there's still Joey on the inside, though. Can he hold it around the outside? Get the elbows out. And he makes the pass. Great move by Cross. Catches him napping. And we do have a yellow flag, Sector 1. I think Santo has looped it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and the Ferrari's almost collided as well. Looks like everyone else has made it relatively cleanly through it. It's also Troye has made a pass on Joey, so Joey kind of got bogged down on the start there.
Joey getting off to a
bad start, and now he's behind both the Red Bull and the points leader and the driver in third, which is not what he wants to see. OMG in fourth. Looks like everyone else has made it relatively clean through the couple corners here. I don't see any wing damage or anything. Bunta's got around. I'll quickly dump that. Yep, he has. He's off the pace along with Santo. Both drivers did not have a good start, but it is a long race.
Yeah, and he's lost his front wing, Bunta.
Noah possibly going to try to go for a move here for P11. Doesn't look like he'll be able to try it, but it looks like both Ferraris are fighting for the last points-paying position. Now, I should ask one more question here. Who do you think will get the first time penalty of the race? I think it's personally going to be Frecci, but what do you think? Oh, MFC down around! And Noah, nowhere to go!
Noah into the wall.
Cross Tommy got a penalty too, I think. No, that's just a fast lap. My mistake. But MFC Don just went off into the kitty litter, and he came back on the circuit, and it gave nowhere to go. Don's race is done. As you'll see, as you saw,
Noah hasn't boxed.
Yeah, Noah missed the pit lane, so he's going to have to limp.
Damage.
Yeah, you can see him just up there on the top left. Virtual safety car. Yeah, he just lost it, so that's not going to help Noah at all. Santo is going to pit along with Burnt Rubber. So they're both going to be pitting for a new wing or whatever they need. While Noah's just going to have to limp around. This VSC will help him, but you kind of wish he may have pitted earlier instead of that. But I guess he just got hit so hard he couldn't get the engineer to pop up in time. So
yeah, it's a great start from
Troye is
Troye.
Yeah, Troye is now in the lead on Cross Tommy. That pass may have happened before. Yeah, before the VSC must have occurred. They must have made a pass there. So yeah, we were kind of trying to figure out what happened in the back of the pack there, and Troye just made a pass clean. So hey, bad broadcasting by us here, at least myself. So I will make fault for that. Quick apology, quick bow. All right, let's get this back on the road. As it looks like I was
about to say what a start from Cross.
Yeah, Cross.
Went to see him, and Troye was ahead of him.
Well, there was a couple seconds before the VSC ended, so I must have thought maybe something may have happened, where I guess he just got caught napping.
Oh.
So it looks like though everyone has gotten
got off his penalty.
Yep. First penalty is Burnt Racing for a drive through a safety car, so my prediction was wrong. But yeah, this is not a very easy circuit to pass, though, so giving up any spots on mistakes is not good. Top 5 all under a blanket here. Noah should be coming down pit lane. He is, along with his teammate, I believe. No, not his teammate. My mistake. Broomhandle. Both of them are pitting, so not good starts for them. Broomhandle gets a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. I do want to say one thing is that's kind of the reason why you want to qualify, especially to a circuit like this, because what just happened to Noah? Came here late, and now he's behind the 8 ball. Still a long race. If a safety car were to come out, again, anything's possible, but that's really going to put a monkey wrench in his plan.
Yeah, as Tommy.
Yep, he got a little squirrely there.
Yeah, almost binned it at the start of the straight.
Yep, big top 5 train here, so it looks like Troy is not even going the fastest, or they're all just, they're all on a DRS train starting this lap. So Troy's going to try to break it if he can. It's kind of like Russia. If he can break it, he'll be good. Yellow flag sector 1, Bunta has decided to call it a day. I think he may have crashed. I hope it's not a retirement on track. Yeah, and that will be a VSC again.
Virtual safety car.
Much to the chagrin of Santo, Noah, Broomhandle, because they're all behind the pace right now. They really want a safety car, but they're not going to get one. So we've already had 2 VSCs. We'll see here on Troy if we can find it. Yep, he just went too deep into that corner there. The dirt bike corner, as I like to call it. And he just kind of locked it up and went to the Armco sign. Oh, it's like Armco signing.
He's been struggling a bit.
VSC still under condition here. Again, Troy is well over half a second clear. So I think it may be a situation. I did remember something when Cross told me in some practice races, is that Cross likes to go super slow on the VSC. He likes just to kind of back it up and then go aggressive as soon as he thinks it's about to end. The problem is I think Troy is pushing to the limit of his virtual safety car, and because of that, he was only about 6 tenths up on Cross. Now Cross is, he's now over half a second up on that as well, so now he's 1.4. So Cross inadvertently may have just put himself out of DRS range and allowed Troy to kind of walk away here.
Yeah, I actually do something quite similar to Cross after I got PTSD from Monza in the F2 series. So me and Noah got drive-throughs, which ended up being 20-second penalties.
Yeah, I remember I called
one of the last laps.
I was calling that race, and I remember that too. Then you crashed, and yeah, you had a good chance at the title that season.
Sorry.
And I gave you words of advice, and you took my words of advice. I was hoping you'd win, so I could say, "Oh, the words of advice," but no, that did not happen. Yellow flag sector 3. It's me, Mr. G has retired in the pit lane. Another VSC. I think he may have crashed on circuit. I hope we can get a look at it, but yeah, he binned it on the last line right before pit lane. Yep, he lost it on pit lane. So right before the entry of pit lane here, we'll hope we get to see it from Broomhandle here. Another VSC. Yep, there he is. Again, much to the chagrin of Noah and Broomhandle, they really want a damn safety car. Shouldn't swear on the air. My mistake. But they should be hoping for a safety car here. And yeah, they're not going to get one again. So another mistake. Silencer gets a drive through speeding on the safety car, along, I think, with Broomhandle. No, Broomhandle already has time, but never mistake. He's got 5 for speeding. Yeah. It's me, Mr. G has called it a race.
Yeah, I think it might have been. It's a bit of an odd place to crash, so unless he caught it on the grass or on the
he probably did
on the exit of the back corner, but I think he was near Paolo. So it might have been.
Maybe. We do have a pass here for third. Around the outside, Cross, Tommy, and Joey are fighting for, it's actually second, my mistake. I guess that was technically fighting for third. We got to move here on the inside, similar to how it started on the start, except the roles are reversed. Yep, the roles were reversed like on the start. Instead of Cross being on the outgoing in, it was Joey on the outgoing in, and he's made the pass work. Now Joey in the second, going to try to hunt down Troy, who's 2 seconds ahead of him. Cross looks like he's maybe a little bit bogged down here. Or at the very least, a little slow.
I think he may be, yeah, I'm not sure. It seems to be a bit odd, really, because his pace here was so good in Season 1.
He's on the same lap old tires.
He's just not had the practice.
Yeah, he was able to best Johnny, who is a pretty good driver, and is a Tier 1 driver, so it is worth noting.
Yeah.
OMG already used a lot of his...
Johnny was on form.
You could say that was partly the... Yeah, because he was your teammate as well. I would say that was a little bit of a... After that race, he kind of... I would say lost his form. He was still good at Brazil in a few other races, but he went out of form for a few races, and that cost him any chance at the title. But still a very fast driver, and is still doing well in the Tier 1. So I don't want to throw too much shade, because, hey, we like the same kind of music. I'm not going to throw shade at a guy that likes the same bands as I do. But anyway, Anyway, we got a battle here for P4. I don't even think he's watching this race, so I don't even know why I called that out. But anyway, OMG still in P4 here. Used a lot of his ERS here. A lot of ERS deployment being used. A lot of drivers. It's very hard to save around here, but something worth noting is Hunter is on 76 ERS, which is pretty astounding, considering everyone else around him is around the 20% range, or at least 20 ERS deployment left.
Yeah, I don't think it's really, you don't really need to use it at this stage of the race because everyone's in a bit of a DRS train. So there's not really need to
everyone
use
in the train though.
Dependent.
Yeah, but everyone in the train though has used it except for him. Because Troy is on 13, Joey is on 40, Cross is on 27, OMG's on about 10, Chris is on about 16, and then Hunter at 81. I still want to call him Harvard. I'll learn eventually. Not Sir Vapor on 14, and then Hella High has 100%. The problem is he's not in that train. So I don't know what he's saving it for, but tick-tock, tick-tock. So
yeah, I think it's probably best to save it for now, as they're not really going to pass anyone if the car in front has DRS. As to say that, it looks like Chris could make a move on OMG.
Yeah, because OMG, but they're both around the same ERS deployment, so it's not like there'll be any major advantages. But yeah, I'm still at yellow flag sector 2. Looks like Santo has looped it. He has, but no retirement on circuit, so he'll keep it fired. But back to my kind of rant here. It's like when Noah and USA didn't use it. It's kind of shocking because he's 4 seconds behind Not Sir Vapor. If he used a little bit of it, he could probably get to the tail end of him and get back in the DRS train here. Because 7th, 6th, and 5th are all in a DRS blanket. Then 4th is and 4th as well. Yeah. And then there's a breakaway between 3rd and 2nd. And then Troy is 2 seconds clear, and he's just been able to keep it clean. So.
Yeah, was Joey 2 or 3 seconds behind Troy when he passed?
Joey's been around the same 2-second window. He's not made much improvements.
Okay.
He's kind of gone up a little and down a little. I don't think he's really made anything of note. Because it seems like he's at 2.1, 2.2, then he's at 1.9, 1.8. So he's kind of fluctuating around 2. But I wouldn't be lying. I think he's making small inroads. I think someone has pitted. Broom? No, I saw someone in pits. It's Santo. So yeah, Santo has decided to pit. Yep. I saw the car flash on my screen there for a second. I was like, it's someone. It's someone. Who's the code? What is the code? Yeah. The code is Santo. So anyway, we got it's actually Chris has his fuel light on, so he really likes to underfuel his cars when he races here. Which again, considering this game, rich fuel is a hot commodity. It's kind of interesting to see him kind of not using his fuel underfueling the car very aggressively.
Yeah, I think that could work, especially when he's in a DRS train. So he's going to have DRS on OMG. Maybe he's just saving it as he, I don't think at lap 9 need to overtake as of yet. So you can just back off for now.
If I'm not mistaken, actually, Joey has made some small inroads. Now he's at 1.8, but it's not enough he's going to catch him, but he's going to need some help in the pit stop window. But, now 1.6, so he actually is starting to catch slowly. So, Joey is slowly reeling in his fish, but still a long way to go, as these two are almost neck and neck for the points lead. Cross is slightly behind. This is basically
a male would have.
Cross going to pull for the undercut here. He's going in pit lane. Don't speed it, kid. Don't speed it. Oh, he barely made it under. Good entry, though. He was very aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say that was a perfect metaphor for our current top 3 in the standings.
Mediums.
Oh, yes.
He's definitely doing the 2-stop.
I just don't know if...
There's no chance he will get the mediums 26 laps.
No way. Tire wear is low around here, but it's not enough to make it 26 laps. But I feel like Troy and Joey are going to go for the 1-stop. So I feel like Cross may have just shot himself in the foot a little bit.
I think Chris is actually going for the 1-stop soft to medium, maybe, as he's got so much, a lack of fuel. His tyres won't be as bad, so if he can, conserve his tyres behind
yellow flag
OMG.
sector 1, sector 2. I think that's Santo around again. Yeah, he's not had fun around this circuit here, but he's still chugging along. Can't hate that. So with Cross pitting, I feel like Joey's still making inroads on Troy, so I think Joey could stay up another lap, but I would not be shocked both of them pit here to try to make sure the undercut is not too severe around here. And that is what Troy and Joey staying on another lap, but Troy is coming in, so we'll see how strong the undercut is, because Cross was about 2.5 seconds behind, so we'll have to keep an eye on how far he holds out. But everyone else is staying another lap, so I would not be shocked if Troy... No, he's going instead of hard, so he's going to the end.
Yeah.
We'll see here across Tommy just coming out of the straight now. He's not going to jump Mr. Red Bull here. And I think I can see him, though, so there's that. 1.6.
I think he's gained a bit.
Yeah, he's gained about half a second. So, Yellow Flag Sector 3, Santo has called it a day in pit lane, so not really a good race for him. But he has called it a day, taking it behind the wall. 14 runners left.
But Cross will, well, surely should have a pace advantage over Troy now.
The thing is, he should be able to jump.
On the softer compound.
That is correct. And also, I think he may be able to jump Joey, but Joey is putting in some banger laps, so it should be interesting to note. While Chris and OMG are still fighting for P2, this just shows what Netherlands is. It's very hard. I'm reminded of a battle. I know I say this almost every time on air. I'm reminded of a battle between me and Freddie here around Netherlands. And I was able to hold him for well over like 10 laps because it's such a hard circuit to pass. If you're able to get a good exit off this last corner here that Chris and OMG are in, you can easily hold him down the straight and get the elbows in. Speaking of that, 3, 4, 5 are all pitting. Well, never mind. 3, 4 did. Hunter did not. He faked him out. He's going to go one more lap.
Joey didn't either.
Nope, Joey did not either. So yeah, it looks like the window is now officially open for everyone on their strategy. So it looks like Troy and Cross pitted a bit earlier than you would think.
Yeah, I don't think Troy will be too bad towards the end of the race, though, as he's on hards. I think
but remember, Joey's going to be on
26 laps.
Joey's going to be on fresher hards, though. So if Joey even goes, I'm assuming Joey's going on hards.
Yeah.
Right now, the only thing kind of affecting Joey right now is his teammate's currently in pit lane, but I think his teammate is leaving, so no ill effect there. Hella High is pitting this lap along with Troy, because I can see the little... Actually, no, Troy is not pitting this lap. If he's pitting this lap, that'd be shocking, because I see the little wrench icon, but...
Yeah.
Kind of threw me off there for a minute, but Hella High is definitely probably going to pit sooner rather than later. So he's under pressure from Troy. Troy going to try to make a move here on the inside, and he makes it clean. Nice on those set of hards. Next up, Cross going to try to get around him as well. Joey coming into pit lane. So we'll see here how much time Troy did make up on Joey. Joey was... Troy
I think Joey might have lost it, yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, Troy was ahead, so we'll see how much time he can gain. As it looks like there's a big calamity corner, too, here. Yeah, Broom Handle, Noah, and Josh Brown are all pretty slow. So it looks like something may have happened.
Noah.
Yeah, so Joey is lost out big here. 1.8, 2 seconds. So
yeah, Broom Handle has lost his front wing.
So yeah, something must have happened with Broom Handle, Noah, and Josh Brown. I wish we got a better look at it, but since we were kind of watching the leaders there in the pit stop window, we did kind of miss it, so our mistake on the front here. Also, Hunter also pitted as well, and now he's actually split Chris, though. So, looks like Chris had to maybe... Because Chris got split by OMG. Hunter actually split OMG and Chris, so good in-lap by him. Yeah, Noah and Josh Brown have both decided to pit, so they clearly got damage from that encounter. Just a race to forget for Noah here so far, is Paulo's going to jump them both. Broomhandle as well also pitting, and he's decided to call it a day as well. So we're down to 13 cars on lap 13, so interesting.
Yep, already 5 people out. It's been quite an interesting race, actually, with all the VSCs. But they haven't really come out.
I'm going to quickly add Broomhandle here and see if he can explain something happening here. I know we're going to cut away from the action, but he is a commentator, so we'll see if he wants to join and maybe give us a quick information here. I know, cutting away from the broadcast, radio broadcast, quick, Evan. This is taking a second. All right, well, we're back. We're back right now. Don't worry. We didn't miss anything too much. Cross and Troy still battling here. Not missing anything too much. Just want to hear if we get Broomhandle in here. He's a good commentator, so we can maybe ask him some questions about what happened. So I will add him.
Joey is on hards.
Broomhandle has joined the party here. Sorry to bother you, Broomhandle, but we figured you're a good commentator, so I figured we'd ask you let's join us here if you wanted. You don't have to, but you're still in the session.
Sure, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I do want to ask, what exactly happened there with Noah and Josh Brown? Because something happened while we were watching the pit stop window. So what exactly happened?
Oh, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. I think I was catching him every lap, just kind of holding back Noah. We were kind of just catching the cars ahead. I catched him pretty easily, I gotta say. He may have had damage. And then I just tried to get past him, and then I felt like he was braking kind of inconsistently. So I was trying to kind of make different moves, and I think we just collided I didn't see him brake right in front of me, and I hit the back of him, and Noah hit the back of me, and so it was kind of just a domino effect of that.
Chain
so,
reaction.
Not sure if it... Yeah, exactly. So, not sure if it was exactly my fault. If it was, I do apologize. If it was my fault, but yeah, I think it's just a racing incident that unfortunately happened.
Yeah, we didn't get a good look at it, so that's why I was kind of curious, because 2 contenders got taken out in that accident, so I was kind of curious. But Cross has made a pass on Troy while you were chatting. But yeah, Chris is also, OMG got a little loose there, and he's lost a spot out to a Chris and Hunter, and now it looks like there's going to be a pass here between the Williams and the Alpha, and that's not going to work at the circuit, and Chris is just a learning example there that you're not going to be able to make a pass there unless you're very aggressive, and sadly, he was the loser in that exchange. So Hunter ups to P4, and OMG to 5.
Yeah, we had our first track limit penalty.
Yep, that was hella high. Hella high in P9, who's still really conservative on that ERS. And Fretchy battling.
Yeah,
something worth...
go for the move?
Ooh, we'll see here.
Oh,
He's got...
Josh Brown just spun.
Oh, we want to cover the battle because they're battling. Almost got away. And, Not So Vapor's going to try to get the elbows out. They're still side-by-side here. It's not a corner you want to go side-by-side in. I think Not So Vapor may back it out. Live to fight another day. He will, but he'll get a good run here on the straight. Yellow flag Sector 1, Josh Brown has retired from the session. Did he crash out, Broom, or is he retired on circuit? And that would be a safety car.
Safety car.
So, yeah, he crashed out.
Oh, now I wish I stayed in the race. I think he did crash out.
Well, actually, we'll get to see him up here. Actually, it looks like Fretchy and them are kind of playing the game here, so watch on board here. I think it may be the same accident that took out It's Me, Mr. G. Yep, it has. Same accident. Almost turned the same direction, too. So, yeah, 12 runners here. Oh, go ahead, Broom. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say he was struggling through those sections of the track, especially turn 1, hitting the curb too early. And I think spun. I think that corner is very difficult, especially now. I felt like when I was driving out there on track, it's so hard to get completely right as it makes the driver spin very easily.
So here's a good question now. First of all, it helps Noah get back in the race. He's been through a lot of calamity. Now he's going to at least be back on the pack here trying to catch. But the next thing worth noting is Cross Tommy going to pit? He's on a set of mediums. He's going to have to pit one more time. Does he pit now and minimize the damage? Because eventually Troy and Joey's hards are going to swallow him up whole. And this is a good chance to get a free pit stop. We'll see here. He is staying out. No, he's pitting. Never mind. Oh, and Troy is going to follow him in.
Smart move by both.
Yep. Because I think Troy wants to try to get a fresh set of mediums here. But the thing is, since this is not a passing circuit, Joey's going to stay out and take the track position, while Cross is going to go on another set of mediums along with Troy, and Troy is going to jump Cross. No, never mind. Little pit glitch there. Cross stays ahead of Troy, so Cross kind of wins that fight there, and he'll come out P2. Hunter, Not So Vapor staying out. He'll be going to the end. I think it'll be P4. Yep, he'll stay P4. Hella High also staying out. Hunter going to be the first ones on the pit stop runners come out at 6. OMG 7th. Chris 8. Fretchy also pitted for 9th. So yeah, that will be the last of the major shakeups in pit lane. So Broom, since you were racing this race, I should ask you, who do you think is pretty strong here right now? Who do you think has the best chance to win out of the drivers you've seen racing with?
I mean, yeah, I've been riding on board with a lot of these guys for the last couple of laps that I have been in the comps with, and also driving on board with, or just driving with these guys in general. There's so many drivers out there that have a chance to win. Oh, it's Joey almost spins the car there. And that's another driver to talk about is Joey. I think he's got the best chance to win here as he knows the circuit very well. You could see in qualifying he was just absolutely on fire as he has been for most of every single qualifying session we've seen. But I also think that Cross and Troy could be up there as well. Cross is absolutely on fire at this race. I'm not sure what he had for breakfast, but he's absolutely on fire. Same with Troy as well.
That start was beautiful. That start was, I thought he jumped it at first, but he just got it beautifully. He got past both of them. Then he got kind of bogged down, but that was still a great start.
The drivers thought so as well, actually. We all thought that he jumped the start, but then I looked back at my stream, and I saw that he didn't jump the start, or I actually looked back at this stream, and I was like, wow, he got a great start there. So I think that just shows what type of pace Cross has around here. So it will be interesting to see how it works out. But Joey is on the hards. He has stayed out. Everyone behind him, particularly Cross and Joey, are on mediums. It's possible that those two could catch him very quickly.
But it is not a very easy passing circuit, so if Joey can make that card as wide as possible, he could make it work and then maybe hopefully keep those hards. But he's made his bet. He's now got a line. It's only 4-lap old hards, so the hards should last longer. At least they should be on the same wear. So if he can hold on for dear life, he can make it work, per se.
It's possible, yeah, it is very possible. And as you said as well, the track here is not a track to overtake. There's only one place really to overtake, and that's down into turn 1. So if Joey can consistently keep a gap to the cars behind and just build a gap, like a 5-6 second gap on the next, I don't know, 10 laps, he could be really in a shot of winning the Grand Prix and probably most likely to win.
Mm-hmm. Evan, I've not giving you much word time here. So, Evan, you want to say something? Got anything that catches your eye while we're waiting?
Yeah, I think Joey should have boxed, really. Tommy and Troy are obviously going to have a pace advantage. Mm-hmm. Unless if only one passes Joey, and Joey can then stay in the DRS of the car ahead. And I think Troy will have a very difficult time to pass him. Mm-hmm. But I think it probably would have been the best idea to box.
Well, all these extra laps are going to help Cross and Troy because they're going to get less wear on their mediums because we're still waiting for Noah and Paul to catch the field. So we'll have one more lap under safety car here. So we're just going to wait it out here. Noah's going to... I feel like Noah is on a set of softs, though. They go about 10 laps. I don't think he's going to... He's going to have to pit one more time, so I don't know why he wanted a set of softs. Like, I guess he wants the advantage to get time, but he's going to have to pit again because there's no way he's making it 20 laps on a set of softs. So maybe a bit of a rookie mistake there.
Yeah, as well with he won't have DRS for the first few laps, and then even when DRS comes, there'll be a train of it. So I think probably the mediums would have been a better option. But
it's Noah. Noah has finished 4th 2 times this season. He's trying anything at this point to get on that top step of the podium. But another driver worth noting right now is Not Sir Vapor. He's currently P4. He did stay out, though, so he's going to be on some old hards. But if Joey can make it work, Not Sir Vapor and Hella High could also possibly make it work as well. While Hunter, I'm betting Joey was kind of hoping Cross and Troy got swallowed up by them as well. But since a big gap was occurred, it did not happen. As we do have one of, I think either Joey's friends or Joey's engineer, personally, saying that the strategy will work, so trust the process, according to him.
Well, I'd like to see it happen as an Alfa Romeo driver myself. I would say, well, as much as I would like to see it happen, I would say the odds are against it, but...
Well, I'm the impartial one here.
And if he does end up winning...
I'm the impartial one, because Broomhail's hoping for the Renaults to do well. You're hoping for the Alphas. I'm just sitting here impartially, just like, yeah, good racing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got safety car in this lap here, so how much is Joey going to hold him up here? We'll ride on board here with Troy to see how much he boxes him up here. Joey still hasn't gone yet. He's probably going to try to catch him napping in one of the corners here. Still holding him up. Still holding. He's not gone yet.
He doesn't have to go until the start-finish.
He could go as late as he wants, but he wants to catch him napping. There he goes. There goes Joey. Cross was on his tail. Joey got a little box down. That's going to allow Not So Vapor to have an opportunity here going to corner 1. Actually, it looks like Cross is going to try something. He'll think better of it. 3 wide, though, in the back here. Red Bull hard into the aggressive. OMG sends it hella high, flying into the sandpit. OMG
just... Paulo had damage there.
I mean, I'm shocked you didn't react to OMG just going aggressive as Harvard. Hunter has called it a day. He has crashed out. So OMG kind of went kamikaze into turn 1, and he just took 2 drivers to hell and back. So
that's
Hunter gonna be pissed. And Hella High's Oz, yeah, that was OMG just missed his breaking point. He was way too aggressive on those fresh mediums, and I guess he did not judge Hella High and Hunter's old tires, and he was caught sleeping. Back up to the battle here. Joey's still leading the way. Cross, though, on the back of the chuff here. Easy going to try to make some hears. You can see Hunter, his mic moving in the chat right now in the Shadow Realm. Not probably happy right now. Kind of wish we could go in there and be a fly on the wall, but we will let him rant in peace. Because we're not like the one of those crash TV reality shows that try to shove a mic in your mouth. Well, even though I guess we kind of did that with Broom, but Broom's willing. Anyway, on the outside here, Cross trying to make those mediums work. Joey gonna get the elbows out.
Troy right behind them as well. He's all over the back. So I told you guys those mediums are quicker than the hards, but like Joey's strategist said, trust Joey's strategy. So Joey has not lost this yet. Cross is all over the back, though. Let's see if he can make that overtake.
OMG has made a pass on Not So Vapor for P4, but Not So Vapor is still there, though, so it will be interesting to see. As it looks like, yeah, those mediums are... really making it work, because that Chris is going to learn from the mistake last time, and it's going to make the pass this time. Not Survivor takes out the board, and he's going to lose a spot. Now it's going to allow Noah to catch him on the softs. Actually, something worth noting, Noah really made those softs work, but I guess it was also partially because 3 drivers ended up going to Narnia on turn 1, so I guess it kind of lucked out.
Wing damage.
Yep, Not Sir Vapor. So Joey made the hards work, at least for now, while Not Sir Vapor, Hella High, and Harvard did not. But I think those last 2, not on any fault of their own. Maybe. We'll have to check replays and stewards.
Maybe if Noah conserves his tyres, I actually think he may be able to. My tyres, I'd done 2 laps of quali on them in Season 1. And they didn't go until lap 18.
Joey got half a second clear of Cross, so Joey is making those hards work, at least to a degree. Driver in the chat, someone in the chat has said that was a stupid move. And yeah, I think the viewers agree, think that move was pretty stupid. At least one viewer does.
Well, as it stands, there'll only be 1 finishing driver without points.
And right now, that is Paulo Frost, who's 26 seconds off the pace, currently in Sector 3. So Paulo's going to have 1 more driver's sights to call it an early day here. Frecci on the back, Not Sir Vapor, and Not Sir Vapor took out a sign there. And
contact between both drivers.
Oh, there was contact? Okay, so that explains what happened. Not Sir Vapor sinking like a... well, he should probably retire in the pit lane, but he is slow into a halt here. Looks like the steering side. Yeah, I think he's just calling it a day. He's going to take the walk of shame back to the pit lane here, or the drive of shame, and maybe calling it a day. Yeah, that's just kind of a shame. So drivers drivers started 4th, 5th, and 6th on that restart are now 9th, 10th, and retired. Ouch. Chris gets a time penalty, so he's going to have 3 seconds to account for on his battle for OMG. Cross just sets the fast lap of the race, which he's also over the back of Joey. He's going to have to make that move kind of quickly, though, because that dirty air is going to hurt those tires.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, at this moment, Cross has the better advantage because he has those mediums on, as well as Joey, sorry, not Joey, Troy and OMG, all those drivers with the medium tire on, they had the better advantage at this point, but when it comes to the long run, those hards are going to come into those phase where they're going to be faster, and that will probably come around like lap, I don't know, 31, probably around there. Joey will be much faster, so he's just got to get through this difficult point and wait for those mediums of Cross and Troy to
Not
mess
Sir Vapor
up.
has called it a session while you were giving some good insight there, and that will mean 10 runners left, so everyone is getting points. So Paulo, rejoice, you got a point. Hooray! The streak continues. Probably much to everyone else having mistakes, but yeah, as we did get a quick little chat there with Hunter in the chat, he said one word, the Red Bull. So I think he's swearing vengeance against OMG right now, so OMG may be in the steward's room or the headmaster's office a little bit later in the race. Right now, though, something else that's worth noting is Troy just sets the fast lap of the race. He did have 2 purple sectors. Is right now, Joey also has about 48 ERS, while Cross and Troy are about 10. So Joey's also saving his ERS.
As we start to see the effects that Joey's engineer has said that it'll work, that he's saving the RS and he's not really under threat from neither Cross or Troy.
Yep, and Chris is, and then the battle that never ends since it seems like lap 1, Chris and OMG still fighting over a position. Feels like they can never escape each other on track.
Oh, OMG! OMG just went into the gravel.
Oh, okay, a bad time to cut away there. OMG went into the gravel. Alrighty.
Sorry to make the enthusiasm a little bit much, but there we go.
No, I would have missed it entirely. I would have wondered what happened. So good you let the viewer know on the radio broadcast there. Good cut there. Gotta be a little faster on your reaction times, though. But anyway, not you, myself. I just want to make sure that was clarified. Anyway,
no
Troy in 3rd here. Again, big train still forming here, not missing anything up front. This is basically the closest battle we have. I think Hella High is currently fighting Silencer. That pass should happen shortly. So I guess we'll ride on board with the battle for 9th. Just let them battle it out here, because it doesn't look like Cross or Troy are about to make a pass anytime soon.
Cross is closing up to the Alpha ahead, but he's just not, he just can't get past. It's a little train going on here, so it'll be a while till those 3 make some overtakes.
Hella High is just past Silencer for P8. And again, he's probably fuming in that cockpit. Still probably a little bit angry. Now into P8, next up P7 on a set of hard, so he's actually good to go to the end. I think everyone is, except Noah. I feel like everyone's good to go to the end. Yep, everyone except Noah is good to go to the end, so Noah's... I feel like he should just probably pit now. Go for 1 more set of softs if he has 1 left, because he did not qualify, so he should have an extra set left. Just pit now, get another fresh set of softs, and go for it, because you're just going to start losing time to Frecci, Hella High, and Silencer.
Yeah, Joe seems to be going faster than Cross and Troy. He's gained a few tenths this lap, so it's quite interesting to see.
So he's making the strategy work of making those hards last. That's good to see.
Yeah,
Chris and OMG. OMG has worked his way back to Chris. So yeah, that could be a battle on the cards here as well. Not far enough he can make a lunge. We know how aggressive OMG can be with his lunges, so we'll see what he does here. He's probably going to go for it. He is. Oh, he locked in basically the same thing again. Very aggressive. Luckily, he got clear this time. He is very late on the brakes there, but he'll make the pass work. But I feel like Chris will scream dive bomb. But all's fair in love and war. OMG back to P4.
So yeah, these two have similar ERS, by the way, so they'll have equal pace.
Yep. Back to the ERS front again. If you're from a driver's perspective, it's very hard to save ERS. Where do you exactly save ERS around here, this circuit, Broom Handle? Because right now, Troy and Cross should be saving it.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I was actually kind of dealing with the same problem these guys are dealing with. It's really difficult to save ERS, but the best places you can are into the hairpin at turn 4, so just put it in lean and put the ERS off at that turn 4 section, and then also the really, really slow, I don't even know what to call it. It's turn 12, turn 13, that little kink in the road as you come into that little left and
right.
Sector
2, what Frecci and Hella High are going through right now.
Exactly, yeah. So those are the two places to find ERS. Also, turn 1, you can gain a little bit of time as well, but what I try to do with ERS around here, and for every track actually, try to keep a max of always having 40% ERS, and so that way, if I'm ever in a battle, I can use that remaining.
Because I've seen plenty of races where a driver did not save his ERS, and he was a sit and duck on a straight because he did not know how to save it, and it's that blinking light lets the driver know ahead of you that, oh, he has no ERS left, so it's time to attack when you see him. That's kind of the telltale side of that. Is Troy just had a fast lap race, but went pretty wide to this technical section here right before the end of Sector 2. So Troy looks fast, but again, nowhere to go.
Yeah, I think another thing about saving ERS, I know it sounds quite obvious, but the best way to just keep your ERS is just not use it unless you really, really have to, as in you're about to get past. You know, if you're in the middle of a straight and you've got 8/10 on the car behind, there's no need to use it. And that's what a lot of people are doing now. They're just using it in places where they're not going to pass or defend from anyone, really. Like Cross, now he's used 15%, although he's got no chance of going past Joey.
Yeah, so he really needs to conserve it.
Joey to make a mistake.
OMG just had the fast lap to race. But yeah, sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to add that in there. But anyway, I do want to say one thing. Can one of you two check for me? What's the penalties looking like on Troy, Cross, and Joey? Are they close to getting one more cut? Because Joey did go pretty wide on the exit, so I'm kind of curious how many metaphorical bullets he has left in the gun. Because we know Troy and Cross can get a little bit wide in some corners, so we know that they at least got 1 to their name. I want to be sure if they got 2, so I want to know how close they are to this being a race where time penalties will matter.
I don't see any for any of the top 3.
They've been that clean? All right.
None.
Good for them. So they got at least 3 bullets left. Or sorry, 2 bullets left before the end of this race. So good to see from them. Actually, it's been a pretty clean race. One drivers have actually even Frecci hasn't got one yet, and he loves to rack them up. So yeah, that's a good way to earn. That's a good way to earn brownie points. Insert the boss.
Yeah.
Insult the boss.
He has 1, 2, so he's on his last warning.
So Frecci's got Frecci is close. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I've seen the clip from Hunter in the Discord.
All right, we'll get to that in a second.
I think the stewards will have something to
say about it. I wish this is where we could actually pull it up on stream, but since it's not PC, we can't. So now, go ahead, Jonah. Go ahead. Or Broom.
Oh, actually, 1 second. I'm going to cut off what I was just going to say, because we got Frecci and Hella High going nice little battle for P6, and looks like my fellow teammate has gone up into P6.
Yep, Noah has decided to pit now, so I think he's going at least for the fast lap of the race. He can't fall any less than 9th as long as he doesn't crash. So now he's going to try to set himself up to get to P8, P7, P6. I wouldn't be shocked if he's on a set of softs. He is.
Interesting. So he has opted to go for that stealth strategy now. He's just got to catch up and be the chaser here to try and get past. What I was gonna say, it's not really something that is noticeable, but on the subject of penalties, I know this is late on in the Grand Prix, but I didn't get a single warning when I was in the Grand Prix, so that
really?
just proves it right there that I think the corner cutting for around here is really really good. So you don't really cut any corners.
From what I remember racing, I know if you like right now, Frecci and Hell High are going to this last section. If you put one tire off on that lap, they'll bring you up faster than that. That and that little kink are the two major places where cutting occurs. So it is interesting, but around the rest of the circuit, it feels like there's not a lot of places to cut. So there's that. But I'm just shocked they've been able to keep it this clean. Noah has made a pass for P8, by the way, so he's up to 8th. He has to get back to Hella High if he wants to make it work. Frecci just kind of punts Hella High, and that will make that road a lot easier for Noah. As I bet you Hella High's not too thrilled. He keeps getting abused in turn 1. Now Frecci's going to concede the spot, though. Yeah. So he's from...
Hella High was AI during turn 1, so I think that might have caught Frecci as he was going so slow.
I think he may have captured, or at least tried to capture it, but yeah, just kind of gave him the good old heave-ho there. But Frecci luckily concedes it. That's going to allow Noah to be within 2 seconds.
And Noah's gone for the fastest lap as well.
Yep, we'll
so they might even go slow enough to impede Noah's lap.
I feel like Noah may not be hoping that right now because, I mean, he's got a pretty unfresh tire. Now, something worth noting right now is Joey's actually cleared Cross and Troy by a second. And Joey's cleared Cross by a second, and Cross has cleared Joey by a second. So those hards are working. And I think what Broom said, once he hits around 30...
Really well.
I don't know if it was you or Broom. I think it was Broom that said 31 is when those hards will come back to life, and they have. As Frecci gets a 3-second time penalty, and he's actually used his last warning there.
Me.
Oh, was you? Okay, sorry, Evan. One of you two said it. It's been a long race. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it was Jonah.
Anyway, Noah has set the fast lap. It's a 1-1-1-1-1. All ones. Good for him.
There we go.
If you've had that on your bingo card, please scratch it off now and come claim your prize. So anyway, yep, Frecci is
now being
around the outside. No, there's no way. Not in that dirt bike corner. There's no way you're hanging that around the outside.
Well, that reminds me of something from season 1. I remember doing that on someone. I can't remember who it was. I think they actually might have left the league. No, but I remember that in season 1. I was wondering if you could replicate that.
I mean, he's in the same car you did it in. As it looks like Frecci goes a little wide there. Still going to try something. Noah is really trying to... Yeah, Frecci is just kind of losing it here. And Frecci's going to lose the spot. Ferrari down to 8th. Noah up to 7th. Next up in the line is Hella High, but that's as far as the Force Racing Point. A couple generations back there will probably go.
Yeah,
actually, it looks like Chris
in qualifying,
on the back of OMG. Sorry, go ahead. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, as I mentioned in qualifying about the middle sector, once you get offline, and you need to, it's hard to get back on it, and you need to nail all the apexes, which is what Frecci didn't do there, and unfortunately lost out.
Yeah, it's a very technical circuit. If you make one mistake, it's going to eat you until you rectify it. It's kind of like the pitcher's mentality, where if you give up a home run, you have to get over it, or else you're going to keep giving up runs and pitches and such. You have to get back in your mindset to keep going.
Because every corner comes straight after another, so you haven't got much time to think about your mistake. You've just got to try and correct it as fast as you can.
Yep. Actually, it looks like Powell may go a lap down here, so Powell will be one... Yeah, he has actually gone a lap down, so Powell will finish one lap down here, and probably won't go any higher. Silence us in the pits as well. But yep, the internal battle of Chris and OMG right now, fighting still for P4. Like two birds fighting over a piece of fried chicken. Which would be cannibalism, so they probably shouldn't be fighting over a piece of fried chicken. Anyway. Well, somewhat cannibalism. Anyway. I think my analogies are falling off point here. May have to look at another book here. But anyway, Noah on the back of Hella High here. Should have a move going into turn 1 here.
Yeah, as Joey's now got 2 seconds on Cross.
And Troy has only made...
Noah doesn't have any ERS.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he almost shunted him off again. I would be kind of angry if I'm Hella High. I got almost shunted a 3rd time by someone.
Yeah, I think he just went wide. I'm not sure Noah made contact.
No, he didn't. No contact by them happened. That was clean. It's just that he was this close, and that could have been a 3rd time Hella High got bumped out of the way. And at that point, I'd be kind of pissed. That's the 3rd time that's happened. But yep, Troy has made some small inroads on Cross. So Troy is within about half a second here. I don't know if I have enough to make a lunge, but it is worth noting. Because right now, as it would hold, if everything holds, Joey takes back the points lead, and Cross does make some small inroads on Troy, but not much. So 1, 2, 3 would be Joey, Troy, Cross.
As Chris looks like he could go for a move on OMG. No, he's a bit too far, I would say.
That is correct, but we know how, if he does get by, how eventually with the race coming to the end, how aggressive will you be going to turn 1? It is only for P4, but points are points. They may not be fighting for the championship, but they are.
Has a penalty as well.
Yeah,
so.
No reason to risk it, and then because if he crashes out or loses 19 seconds, he could fall in the fray as losing P5. So you are correct.
Yeah.
Troya is making small inroads on Mr. Cross Tommy. So
who will not have DRS to defend.
OMG just got a time penalty though,
OMG
so
has penalty anyway.
Never mind.
So
now
Chris should go for it now.
Yeah, now it's equal.
I think Paolo's disconnected as well.
Paolo's just going on A for the last couple laps. I mean, he's got no one to fight. I mean, he could just try and get points, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this league, if you don't finish the race, you don't get the points. So he has to finish.
Yeah, which
to get the points.
I think is the way it should be, really.
Mm-hmm.
If you just want to quit halfway through just because you've got a few points in the bag, then I don't think it should be awarded.
Yeah, so that's why even if he's going kind of slow, he wants to get those points, because it is a pretty late race for him, so probably just kind of...
Troy and Cross.
Big battle here. Looks like I was going to battle here for P4. It looks like a very aggressive braking lunge there. Troy's not made anything happen on Cross, and I bet you Chris is probably not happy with that late braking move there by OMG. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the other way around, but it looked like a little bit of shenanigans there. And I could just see the LMP points slowly filling in here on Mr. OMG's rap sheet.
Yeah. I think Cross is now under some immense pressure from Troy.
Yeah, he has to hold on because he's in a bit of a hole on the standings. He has to get as many points as he can. He can't win this race now unless Joey spontaneously combusts.
ERS somewhere I would say he should save, to be honest.
Because right now, unless Joey spontaneously combusts, unlike like Nigel Mansell 92 at Canada, I think it was 92 Canada, unless that happens, he'll win this race, and Cross Tommy will come home in second, but he can at least get some points. He does clip the grass there a little bit. That's going to allow Troy a run here. Going to have a big run up to the line.
Oh, it's contact.
Yep. Did you see that? Yeah, a little contact.
I did. We're riding on board here. Oh, Cross gets a little elbows out. He's going to lose to the inside, and that's going to allow Troy to get past for P2. So a little clip of the grass there, and that's going to cost Cross the position.
Yeah, and Cross is going to lose out in the standings as well.
And Paulo, before you start typing in the chat, maybe you should be driving. Texting and driving is illegal in most countries. Anyway, as it looks like we'll finish the last lap here, Joey going to go for the last couple corners here. Cross could have an answer here, but I think his tires have fallen off worse than Troy's. And
yeah, well, he doesn't have the main straight anymore. He's going to have to...
He's just going to have to lunge. He's got one more DRS corner here, so unless he gets a good exit... Nope, he's not even got a good exit, so no lunge here will happen.
He's going to have to...
Very aggressive on the brakes, though. He was trying it. So Joey going to come around the last couple corners. Actually, we'll cut to Chris here, see if Chris tries something. No, he will not. So we'll cut back to Joey here. Joey around the last couple corners here. Homeboy gets the pole by a wide margin and will win the race with a good strategy call there. We'll admit that.
Fastest
Troy
lap, too.
And fast lap. Sets Noah on a set of hards, no less. He beat Noah's 1-1-1-1, which makes me sad. Troy second, Cross third. Here comes OMG for fourth. Chris in fifth. Noah, probably a little bit sad his fast lap just went down. Did start
gain 12
last.
Positions.
Yeah, so he will be driver of the day, unless... Yeah, he will end up being driver of the day. The biggest loser, sadly, is the guy in the third chair right now, Broomhandle, who lost 10. But, Noah up next. He'll be sixth. Hella High, 7th. Fretchy, 8th. And then Paul's already left.
Finish 7th.
Yep. Actually, you're correct. Thank you for rectifying. Fretchy will finish 2nd. Hella High, 8th, because he had 6 seconds. And now we wait for Silencer, because Paulo is a lap down, so no more time will be gained. So Silencer is going to be 9th. It's just going to be a question of how fast will you finish here.
I got to say, Team Red Bull, look at that. P2, P4.
They are a pretty dominant bunch.
Yeah, and they've got a strong Tier 1 lineup as well.
I think this was...
and Tom.
Mm-hmm. I think this was the... I thought Chazza was in the Alpha, unless he moved.
No, I think he's in Red Bull.
Okay, must have moved.
It's me and Wade Z in the Alpha.
Oh, I meant Alfa Tauri, not Alfa Romeo.
Yeah. I think the Tier 1... I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that doesn't matter. You can watch that tomorrow if you're curious who those two drivers are.
Yeah.
Maybe something the commentators should know, but they don't pay us enough. They don't pay us anything. But anyway, as we wait for the podium celebration here to commence, Joey, who's going to be pretty faithful in front of the Dutch faithful here, they're going to be happy to see a driver that isn't Max Verstappen on the top step of the podium. That is Dutch, as we are still waiting here for the scene. All right, there we go. There he is celebrating along with, in second place, Troy, and third, Cross Tommy. Yep, another good victory there for the Alfa Romeo team. That is, I believe that's his third win on the season, or fourth for Joey, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe you're right.
I believe.
Let me just pull
fifth. Oh, wow.
Actually, you're correct. That is his fifth win. I just took a look at the standings, and that will put him in P1 on the standings. So yeah, all the drivers have won a race so far are standing on that podium, and the three drivers you could say they're in contention for the championship still are that on top three. Spain had a good 4, 5, 6 low key, 3 Spanish flags in a row there. Frecci 7th, so OG 4th.
With my podium.
I was almost
prediction.
Yep, I was almost close with mine, saying that a new driver would get the third podium, but sadly, OMG 16 seconds behind. OMG's 4th, Chris 5th, Noah 6th, Frecci 7th, Hella High 8th, Silencer 9th, and Paulo will get the last points paying position in 10th. And everyone else, 11th, Sir Vapor, 12th, Harvard, Hunter, 13th, Josh Brown, 14th, Broomhandle, 15th, Santo, It's Me, Miss G, 16th, Burnt Ray, 17th, and Don, 18th, all finishing with no points. So now, we will get the 3 drivers in here for the podium celebration, or the interview questionnaire, I guess you could say. So I will quickly add them into the party here. And hopefully they can join us relatively quickly here. There's one. Big list here. Troy, I think Joey and them are appearing offline for some reason. Make my life a little bit harder. Joey second. And come on, friends list. Load quicker. There we go. Timid. Troy at third. There we go. Did something happen while we were...
Got some news from the sewage room.
Oh, all right. Fill us in while we wait for the interview section to happen here.
Well, it's not... I don't know if it's confirmed, but Frecci has written... Yeah, OMG has kicked what... Well, I'm not going to say that on stream, but it starts with a D. So
all right.
you may be able to guess.
All right,
what
all
that
right. We'll play Hangman later, but I guess Frecci is not too thrilled about that move that happened in turn 1. As Joey and Troy have joined us, I think Cross will join us in a second here. I hope he is. Hello? And Cross has joined us. We'll give you all a second here to get situated, and we will go through the Internet View questionnaire.
Before we get underway, do you think we should ask the top 3 if they could check to see if we can see them on the... Did hear them on the live stream?
Okay, sure. We don't need to do that, but
I'll
it's
check
probably...
that if you want.
Yeah, you can do that, because Yeah, okay, so you can do that, Evan. So, actually, basically, let me know when you're good to go, Evan. We'll give him a quick second to say something. Eventually. Let me know when you're good, Evan.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so Troy, say
just
something with
say
us.
hello, all
Yep.
3.
All 3 say hello.
Yep. Hello, copy.
Hello.
I'm going to assume we're good, Evan, because you didn't say anything that made me think it was bad.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah,
they
we're
have
all
their
good.
always allow.
Oh, and yeah, there's a lot of
all
footage
good.
in the sewage room there. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, though, but welcome 3-3 to the interview booth here. Good to see you. We'll just go down the order here. We'll start off with Joey, the winner of this race, who had a pretty good race here today. So, Joey, first of all, you won in front of your home faithful. How does that feel, even though it's virtual? How does it feel to win on your home circuit?
Yeah, I was thinking before this race I want to win my home race, so yeah, I just did it, so it's a good feeling.
Yep, not a lot of drivers in UNF1 have won their home race because a lot of the Americans have not had a chance to go to COTA, and when they did, Cross wasn't able to win, and the winner of the Tier 1 race was, I think, an Italian. I think it was L1 Veloce. So, yeah, and Canada, same song, different dance. So, yeah, I think you're one of the first drivers to win their home race, so good for you.
Okay, nice.
Second question, I guess we'll throw out here is tire strategy. When that safety car did come out late, you decided to stay on a set of hards while your two main rivals currently in the interview booth with me went onto a set of mediums. What was your thought process? Do you think that you could play defense for that whole time, or were you kind of maybe thinking you should have won a set of mediums?
Yeah, I was thinking about you can't really overtake people on this track because it's a little straight, and yeah, I had enough ERS to do that. So, and yeah, I was thinking about that the mediums are difficult to make it through the end. So I was staying on the hard for the safety.
Yep, safety is important here, and it did pay off near the end. I do have one more question, but I'll throw it to Broom, our special guest here, or Evan, if they have any questions they'd like to throw out.
I'm a bit curious. What was the thought process when you didn't box for mediums and you stayed out on the hards?
Evan, I just asked that question.
Oh, sorry.
Any other? I guess. Yeah. Anything else?
I just sorted my headphones out there. So sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just anyway though. I guess if no one else has any question, I'll throw out the last one here. You taking over the points lead, Joey? You will take over the lead with 5 wins on the season. If you get one more, you'll equal the record for most wins in a season, which is Cross Tommy with 6. And there's still a lot left on the calendar here. So are you thinking about are you thinking right now, looking ahead, thinking of just keep it one race at a time? Or are you kind of feeling good about maybe breaking some records here that Cross set in stone last season?
We need to see it, but I think I can beat that, but we need to see it if I can do that.
Okay. So yeah, keeping your confidence though, that's good to see. Thank you, Joey, for joining us, and we hope you do well next week as well. Next up, we will go to our second place driver, Troy. So, Troy, can you confirm you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, good to hear. Well, first off, in qualifying, you looked like you had pretty good pace here today, and you did pretty much put the car in second here. So, Joey seemed like in a class of his own. So, when Joey put down that good time, what was going through your head? Do you think that it's just we'll get him in the race, or was there a little bit of fear that Joey may be a little bit faster than you think?
It's always a little bit fear when it comes to Joey. I think it's not that he's a little bit faster than I think. I always expect him to be really fast. But I also know the fact that he's really the master of one-lap qualies, or you know what I mean, and setting one-lap times, you know. So it's very difficult to get pole with Joey in the race. But I think that I always have a shot when it comes to the race. The race is long. There's different strategies to play with, and yeah, I think I have a little bit better race pace than my quali pace in general. So I think I always have a chance of winning. Unlucky today, and yeah, I think Joey still deserved the win today, and you could see that on his quali lap. He was more than like 3/10 quicker than me, I think. So yeah, kudos to him.
Second question would be about the, I guess we asked Joey about the tire strategy. With you going on a set of mediums, were you thinking the mediums will be able to get, even though it's not really an overtaking circuit, did you think that you would be able to make a pass on the mediums? Or were you hoping the hards would fall off on Joey's case?
To be honest, I was hoping for Tommy to stay out. I know it wouldn't have made sense if he did, but yeah, I just felt that I got a bit unlucky. I was the last car in the top 3, so I was like the least beneficial car in like the top 3 training, if you want to say like that. Since Tommy had the DRS on Joey, it was pretty difficult to overtake him for a while. And yeah, I was just hoping that Tommy would put some pressure on to Joey, because I felt that if either him or I don't put pressure on Joey from the start on that stint, I think it's over, because as it was really, because Joey ran away with it when he was on the hards towards the end, because I knew that the mediums would drop off as they did, and yeah, I just wanted either me or Cross to really like overtake him and make life difficult for him in the beginning when we were on fresher tires.
I do have one more question, but I will throw it to Evan, if Evan wants to say a question.
Not really. I think you've
All right,
covered everything.
then
that
I'll
I
ask
was
the last
looking for.
question. Then I always like to give my co-commentators a question if they have it, because sometimes you never know. So I guess last question would be: is now that with you do lose the points lead, but with you passing Cross on the last lap, you do minimize the damage you lost, and now the gap is now 4 points. So going into next week, are you trying to get it? Obviously you're going to be consistent, want to get it back, but how much is that going to weigh in the back of your mind that you don't want to let Joey run away with it, basically?
Oof. I don't know where we're racing next week, first of all, but I think, yeah, I agree with you. I really need to start getting, not even wins,
France.
but
By the way, it's France. Just to let you know, it's France.
France. Okay. Yeah, it's a track I've never really raced at before when it comes to league racing, so I don't know what to expect around there really. But yeah, I think that as long as I really need to finish ahead of Joey, it doesn't matter if I win or not, but I really need to give him some more like struggle during the race and overtake him more and put some more pressure on him, and not just stay behind him and let him defend, you know. Yeah, quali, it feels like I can throw that out of the window and really just aim for P2 in quali.
Yeah, focus on race pace.
Focus on race pace and focus on maybe trying a different strategy to Joey or something like that. And yeah, I don't think the championship is impossible to win still.
No.
It's still close for between all three of us, really. So yeah, I don't know. But
Still plenty of races left on the calendar. Just throw it out
exactly.
there. You just lost the lead, but you have 4 points up. But yeah, so you're going to keep your head down to the grind, which is good to see. And just to let you know about France, a lot of runoff. That's the one thing you need to know.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for joining us, Troy. Hopefully you can do well next week as well. Now we'll move on to our third place driver, Cross Tommy. Are you there? All right. First of all, I guess I know, long line here, but yeah, you're now third. If you want to get higher up the line, you got to do better. But still third, so don't take too much assault with that one. But I guess we should start off with the start you had. You qualified P3, and you had a blistering start to the point where a bunch of drivers thought you jumped the start, and you didn't. So when you took off after lap 1 and you basically made it look like you took P1 out of the first couple corners, how were you feeling inside the cockpit with that start you had? It may be Team Mazepin soon if the reports are about Gene Haas selling and running, but that won't be for a couple of games. But anyway, I guess the second question, because I've asked the other two drivers this, and since you were the third one on the strategy, I guess, again, with the medium, the hard compound switch, what was going through your head when Joey stayed out and you decided to pit? So just take us through what you were thinking. I do have... Yep, no, still long season, so yeah, no reason to fret. I do have one more question, but again, I'll ask Evan one more time if he has anything he'd like to throw in.
It's about the strategy, but not about you being on mediums with Troy and then Joey being on hards. But did you know at the start when you boxed first that the undercut would work, or were you just throwing a gamble? Yeah, I think you jumped Joey, didn't you?
He was ahead of... Yeah, he was like half a second behind Joey, and he jumped Joey because Joey stayed after 4 laps, but Troy was able to minimize the damage and only make it 1.5. So he didn't have a second on Troy. All right, and last question would be, now though, with you finishing third here, you do lose some points to the top 2 runners in Troy and Joey, and you are a pretty competitive driver, but you haven't really been, like, so far this, like, last season, you were always on the attack and always felt like you were trying to dig out of a hole. Now, you're kind of, I wouldn't say stalling out, but you're facing competition that's around your similar level. So how are you going to move forward to try to close that gap? France is next, and then Suzuka. Who knows? If I can get the sponsorship together, I may try to spoil Suzuka for you, but we'll see if we can get the ride together. But anyway, thank you for joining us, Cross. Hopefully, again, you can do next week well at France. But that will do it for the all three here, and basically, that will do it for all of us here as well. For Evan, you want to say any final parting words before we decide to, I guess, part?
It's just that it's quite nice to see that all three, although they're all in the championship fight, have a great amount of like mutual respect for each other, and yeah, it's just great to see that although they're fighting for the championship, that they can get along well and be respectful to one another.
It's good to see friendship. Friendship wins out in the end, and all that other 80s TV show school nonsense. But anyway. That will do it here for me. As Broomhale, I think, has stepped away, so I will also sign off for him as well. And basically, that would be pretty much it. Running out of words here. Next week will be France, and that will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be 7 p.m. GMT. And after that will be Suzuka as well, which will be a pretty good race, both those rounds. Hopefully, it's not raining. But anyway, for myself, Pepsi Freak 212, Evan, and Broomhale, that will be it. So thank you, and good night.